Hello and welcome everyone to our Wednesday prayer circle of peace. And I am Laura Hosford. I'm the founder and owner of the Light Leaders Academy. And if this is your first prayer circle, welcome. And if this is not your first prayer circle with us, welcome. And so I have recently started to hold these prayer circles again every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the Light Leaders Academy support group. So, and if you're not able to be with us live today, I will be sharing this video with my community, the Light Leaders Academy community. And if you are not part of that community and you would like to join us, you can simply go out to my website, laurahosford.com, and sign up to our community. It's free, of course, and receive bonus meditation and some other free classes as well to get you started or to help support you on your own beautiful journey of ascension. So today I come with you today with a heavy heart, in a sense, of all that has happened and is happening within our country. And I want to dedicate today's prayer circle to three people who, since February, three beautiful African American citizens of the United States, I believe all of these were, who have had their lives, taken away from them and their families, their friends, and their communities, from all of us, really. And so today I would like to honor George Floyd, who passed away on May 25th, and Breonna Taylor, who was taken from us on March 13th. And then also, I hope I'm saying this right, Ahmaud Arbery, who was also taken from us on February 23rd of this year. And so I think it's really important that we honor the beautiful light that all three of these individuals shared with us. And in fact, let's remember and not let their deaths go in vain. And that actually, when we look into maybe the higher perspective and higher consciousness of this, that, it is through the actual giving of their life, in a sense, their physical life, not, of course, they are eternal beings of love and light, like we all are. And they are going on, if not on the physical realm, but they are continuing on. Their soul continues on. However, their life was taken away from them. And so I think it's important for us to remember to honor them, to honor their light, to honor, the courage that they had to come forth and to really give up their physical existence, in a sense, to bring forward these hidden energies that I'm going to refer to as the shadow, and bringing forth the hidden shadow that is becoming uncovered right now before our very eyes here in the United States and throughout the globe in different ways. And so this brings us into the bigger picture of, at this very pivotal time and all of these immense changes that we're going through, that we are actually being led into what you could call maybe a dark night of the soul for the globe, for the entire planet. And so all of these kind of hidden, shadow parts of us. And, if you're here on the planet at this time, then we all have a contribution. We all have a part to play in coming forward to begin to recognize and to begin to go inward to recognize where we have repressed those shadow parts of ourselves that perhaps we've pushed away, we've denied, we have, for whatever reason, because I'm not going to talk about going into blaming anyone. I'm not going to talk about anything like that because I think that we are well beyond the point of blame now. We are at this crucial state of it's time to wake up. It's time to wake into a new spiritual maturity on this earth plane. It's time to awaken, to begin to recognize where we have, for whatever reason, have not met our own needs, right? We have not even met our own basic needs of taking care of ourselves, on an emotional level, a physical level, a spiritual level, a mental level, that we begin to really go inside and we begin to really look at what we can do, where we can take different actions, we can make new choices, and we can begin to really make these changes within us, which is contributing to the entire global consciousness right now, which is contributing to which way we are going to choose to go as a human species. Now, Mother Earth has already made her decision. Mother Earth is ascending from the old paradigm, I call it, of the third dimensional world. And she's ascending on her way to the fifth dimensional world. And yes, we're part of that. And, every single day we are making those choices within our own, through our words, the words that we're speaking. Are the words that we're speaking, are they positive? Are they uplifting? Are they contributing to an environment of peace and kindness and generosity, for ourselves and others? Are those words coming through in alignment with the divine will, which is to bring heaven into earth? And then our choices, again, our choices of what we are continuing to choose. Are we continuing to choose to deny or look away from our own darkness that we carry within? Because we all have darkness and light, every single person on this planet. And so I believe that it is our responsibility to begin to bring up the darkness from within us, whatever that is. And now is the time to begin to look at that darkness and to look at that shadow of what we have oppressed within us. And I believe that these outer incidences of the taking away of the beautiful lives of these beautiful people, right, who have so courageously given their life for this cause, right, to wake us up, to say, hey, change is required now. Divine Mother, the universe, is bringing through 3 powerful eclipses over the next 6 weeks. And for some of us, this could be a not so comfortable period, because if we have not, if we have not been able to get in there and excavate these places of our shadow, for whatever reason, there's no judgment, there's no criticism, it's just where we are on our path. But it is going to shake us up even more. It's shaking up our human psyche. It's literally cracking, if you will, the human psyche, the soul of humanity, to wake us all up and to shake us up and to begin to open into receiving the light. And as the light is received into us, it begins to excavate those places of darkness deep within us that are taking us into some pretty deep places, as we can see, some pretty ugly places that we've been repressing and denying collectively. And so it isn't comfortable. No, it's not comfortable. It's not going to be pretty. Um, it's going to be messy. Um, a dark night of the soul, an awakening is a messy time. It's a time of chaos. It's a time of looking at our inner conflicts, of looking at where we can excavate and do the inner work that it's going to take for all of us to do our part if we really truly want to evolve with Mother Earth into the golden age of peace. But it's up to each one of us to make that choice. We all have to become responsible for not only our conscious, but our unconscious, as the unconscious comes up and is rising to the surface through more light coming into the planet. And certainly these eclipses are going to bring in a lot more light and information. Then it's critical. We're at this critical time now of choice. And which way is humanity going to choose? Firmly believe that in my heart. And so, it was interesting. It's interesting that the way and the method that Mr. Foreman, Mr. Floyd his life was literally taken through him through the throat chakra, through the suppression of the throat. And very interesting because our throat chakra is our creative expression. It is our way that we create in the world, and through our words we create. But it is also where we align with the divine will of the Creator, Mother, Father, God. And so it's also about, to me, that was a very symbolic thing of trying to crush our ability to expand our free will into a new way of expressing it, of allowing our divinity to flow through us, of allowing more of divine truth and light to literally flow through us as pillars of light. We are the bridge between heaven and earth, literally. And so I thought that was very interesting, and it sends a very big message. In addition to the mask that is a personal choice for each of us to choose, right? Again, the covering of the mouth. And to me, that was another symbolic of trying to repress our ability to create, our ability to say, no, this is not right, what's happening. This is not right, what's happening, and this must stop. And that it is not okay for our rights to be taken away as divine spiritual human beings. That is not right. And so it's really important that I think that we really go within, whether you meditate or pray, whether you go into nature, whatever you do, that you are connecting to your higher power within. It's really crucial now that we all take time to do that from our busy lives, even more now than ever. And because it's getting really, really, serious, and it's really in our face. I mean, if you really look at, the videos, we were all witnesses to what's happening, and, through the cameras and the videos, and, it's pretty blatant in our face now, right? There's no getting away from this. There's nowhere on the planet that you can really run away or you can hide. And so this is again coming to us not out of punishment. It's not a punishing thing. It's about helping us all as a human race collectively to begin to understand that we all came from the same divine source. Okay, whether you call that Mother, Father, God, the universe, source, whatever you call that, we all came and we are all still part of this beautiful universe, multiverse of beautiful light and love. That's who we are at our core. You were made in the image of Divine Mother and Divine Father. You were given the gift of beautiful, divine qualities within you. And now we're being asked to awaken and come back to the truth of that we are beings of love and light and peace. We are not fear. Fear is a false illusionary energy. And it's time to wake up and to see through that, to begin to see through that illusion and to walk through that fear so that you can now begin to use your own beautiful light and love, your own sovereign power with your own divine authority for the purposes of good, for bringing peace to this planet, for making positive changes that we need desperately on this planet. It's quite shocking to me that half the planet lives on $2 a day or something. There are still people on this planet who don't have adequate shelter or food or clean water, you know, and how are they ever going to be able to heal if they don't have the basic needs met? And we feel this every single day, whether we're aware of it or not, because we're all connected through the collective consciousness. So this is what has to change, and it is going to change, and it's all up to us. What are we going to choose? When you get right down to it, it's two choices. Either we choose fear and we continue to cave into fear, or we begin to see through that fear and that darkness, even within ourselves, and we begin to embrace our we begin to embrace ourselves in the energy of love. We begin to release the fear so that more love and more light, the truth of your soul, can begin to come into this physical form, this beautiful body. So, and you know, the last thing I wanted to say is that we are truly all in this together. When the virus came, or whatever it is, it has brought this world almost to a complete halt. It does not matter what country you live in. It doesn't matter what your race is. It doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is. It doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter what occupation you are. It doesn't matter what religion, or I dare say political view. It doesn't matter anymore. We're beyond all that now. We've got to go beyond all of these perceptions, of all these limiting ways of keeping us separate. Because at the core of you and your heart and your goddess self, you're already whole and complete. There is no division. You're not divided. You're not broken. You are already whole and complete and a beautiful, radiant being of light and love. We just have to release all this false stuff and begin to radiate our truth. That is really the simplest version I can give you. So it's really up to us now. What are we going to do as human race? Are we going to now look beyond there being an enemy, an invisible enemy? What is the invisible enemy? The invisible enemy to me is the shadow, the repressed shadow, the parts of us that we have not looked at, that we have not, you know, owned and claimed and allowed to become conscious so that we can heal it, we can release it from our energy fields, literally, and we can begin to embrace more of our own true, authentic, true self, our true energy, which is love and light and wholeness and balance. It's the ability to look through the lens of life and see every person as a divine, beautiful being. In truth, there are no enemies because we're all came from the one source. How could we all come from the one source and have any enemies? That's an illusion. Those other beings of light may have forgotten. They may have forgotten their connection to their own divine source. Yes, they may be that lost, but you can never lose your connection to divinity in my belief system. Not really. You can you can think you've cut yourself off from it. You can be wandering around in so much darkness. But deep inside, to me, that soul is extremely wounded, lost, confused, and is searching for the light. And now more than ever, it's important for you and I to stand and to be that light so they can find their own light again, so they can wake up and they can begin the journey of coming back home to know themselves as also at the core of their being, they are already whole and complete. So it's a tall order. It is a tall order, no doubt. We are being asked to, yes, to rise up, to raise up into a higher perspective of seeing the world and seeing this divine truth that we all are in this together, no matter what we've done or not done. And there is a higher purpose to all of this. And let's look for that and go deep within. So I wanted to share with you, I know this is probably going a little long today. Thank you. It's about 25 minutes. So, but I have these beautiful cards, and my own master teacher has always been Yeshua, known as Jesus, but I call him Yeshua. And I have these beautiful cards that I wanted to share with you today, these sayings that I think are so important to remember. Yes, I was brought up in a Christian faith, but I honor all other faiths. I honor whatever faith that you, in whatever pathway, they all lead back to the truth that we're all one and we're all loved beyond our own understanding. So the first card that this comes from Jesus, Yeshua, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And this does come from Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. And I think this is really, really important at this time that we go inward to our own connection with our own higher self, divine self, and we begin to release those burdens. Okay, release the burdens of oppressing our shadow because we thought we needed to for survival or for control or whatever the reason. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that we begin to honor our own journeys through the darkness, honor all of it because it's all part of the divine higher plan. Honor all of it, honor all of you, even your dark parts. And so when we bring that to a higher power, what feels like a burden, what feels like it's on our back, what feels like it's oppressing us, holding us down, and we say in our prayers and our meditation, please release this from me with love. Please release this from my body, my being, so that I can be free again to flow my own beautiful source of love and light, my own divinity. And then this next card I love is Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And so I really believe that we are being called now. We are the peacemakers. And again, are we going to choose peace or not? Now, choosing peace doesn't mean that you give up your belief system necessarily. It doesn't mean that you conform. It just means that you work through everything inside of you that is not of peace, that needs to be recognized. It needs to be brought to the surface, whatever internal chaos or conflict or that you're wrestling with inside of you. it needs to be brought to the light, to the consciousness of light, so that you can then bring it into a place of peace. And it's from a place of peace that we become powerful co-creators again. And then the final card I picked today is from John chapter 13, verse 34. Love one another as I have loved you. Love one another as I have loved you. And just looking at that beautiful message, truly to love others in the truest sense of love begins with loving ourselves. We cannot love another any differently than the way that we love ourselves. And so as we begin, maybe, we're just starting our journey, our self-discovery, beautiful. But as we continue to go inward and we begin to love all the parts of us, including those dark parts or those repressed shadow parts, as we begin to face the inner parts of us again, and we begin to bring them back into the fold with love and respect, with unconditional love, without judgment. It has to be without judgment. And maybe we don't understand everything, but that is okay. We just go through and we surrender. We surrender to the higher power within us to guide us into clarity, into balance, into wholeness. We set our powerful prayer and intention that we want to be the best version of ourselves. We want to come into walking in love and light again. If that's your prayer and you do that every day, it's a very powerful prayer and it will happen. You don't have to know everything about your journey. It is a process. It's an ongoing process. But I do believe today that this year, 2020, is a powerful portal for change on this planet. And we are in the birthing canal between the third dimensional earth that is crumbling before our eyes and awakening as the new earth, the fifth dimensional earth, comes in. The light of that new earth, the light of that energy is now coming into the cracks of the falling earth, of the evolving earth. The universe, Divine Mother, has decided this, and this is actually a great gift for humanity. It's a great gift. It's a beautiful gift that we can step into. But because we each have free will to choose, what will you choose? It's up to each of us. So in closing today, I wanted to just take a moment to share with you this little bit of a channeling I received. And I'll just invite you now to bring your hand to your heart for a moment. And I'd like to dedicate this to these beautiful three people, George, Breonna, and Ahmaud today, as well as all of you, all of us, for all of us. We are all courageous. We are all so courageous. We are all so loved. We all have beautiful, radiant gifts to share. And so I'll just invite you now to take some deep breaths and breathing into your heart for a moment. Just beginning to invite in your own soul light for a moment, beginning to just take a moment to breathe deeply. Relax your shoulders, relax your body, and just surrender over to the higher power, whatever that is for you. But knowing that you are part of that higher power, that the divinity within you, because you were created in the image of God, Goddess, you are part of that source energy. You're an individualized, beautiful spark with your own beautiful soul frequency and song of that energy. And so breathe deeply into that truth and just take a moment to ask for the truth, ask for clarity, ask for your divinity to be revealed, and for everything else that is not authentic to your beautiful divine frequency, your beautiful true self, energetic blueprint to come up, to be recognized, to be seen, to be respected, for all of that energy that is not authentic to you to rise to the surface and to be gently released with love back to the universe. And you can take a moment now to see a beautiful golden tunnel or shaft coming down from the highest heavens, and this pillar of golden light running behind you. And let's take that pillar of light all the way down into Mother Earth, so we're grounded in. And now just simply just open up your cells by just setting your own intention through your own divine authority and sovereignty, by your own words, by your own choices, to release any parts of your oppressed shadow, any of these energies, dense energies, any aspects of you that have been oppressed, that you've not been willing to look at, whatever those are. You know, any places that you're holding limiting beliefs or blocked energies created by either a trauma or a past life event that happened to you. Let's just now release all of that gently and with love and grace into that golden tunnel, that golden shaft running behind you. And we're just asking your higher self and your team to now help you to just begin to release it and let it go. But as we let it go, we're also honoring those energies. We're honoring those experiences that we had, even though they may have been dark. We're honoring all of it. And we ask for the learning of those events and those experiences and the wisdom that came with those, for those to be clearly there within us for us to access, right? Because it certainly has shaped and molded us into the people that we are today. And breathe that in as we just ask that beautiful, beautiful celestial light to begin to wash through us. And again, moving all of these energies that you're ready to release, you're ready to go. You don't have to know exactly what they are, just through your intention, allow them to be released, to be cleared and cleansed away, deleted and dissolved, including fear, including energies of insecurity, energies of rage or sadness, any kind of chaos or conflict that you're holding within, any areas of judgment or criticism or unforgiveness for yourself or others, any energies of animosity that you're carrying, any energies of hate, sadness, all of it. And we now ask for these energies to be released into that beautiful golden tunnel. And they move down the golden tunnel back into Mother Earth to be recycled, back into the universe. And let's breathe in. And now let's also ask that there are any old attachments or hooks or cords between you and another person that are not healthy, where sacred boundaries are not being held. We ask for those to be released with love, so healthy boundaries can be reestablished, including any cords to any organizations or places or events across any dimensions of time and space, past, present, future, throughout any of your incarnations, even on parallel realities and other Earths. We now ask for those to be completely removed and sent into this golden tunnel. to be released back to the universe, to be recycled. And so this is now freeing you, freeing up your light, your love to begin to flow into you and to the other person or organization or event, reestablishing those sacred, beautiful boundaries. Because each of us are responsible for managing our own energy. We're responsible for stepping into the flow of our own light and living from that light to meet all of our needs and to meet everything that we need and to be powerful creator beings. And now I'm going to bring in a beautiful ray of the pink ray of unconditional love of the divine feminine. Begin to feel this ray now coming into the top of your head and moving through your body now. And just bringing unconditional love to all of those places where you have had woundings, healing your heart, healing those woundings deep within your core. And now also bringing and healing unconditional love to those places where you had the cords and the hooks removed, and completely sealing those back up with love so that you will never have a need again to reattach to that person, place, or event to draw light from each other. There will be no need because you will have more than enough of your own light to live by, to guide you for clarity, for your own wisdom, your own truth. It's all waiting for you there. So let's take a moment to breathe that in. And I'm going to bring in the golden masculine, divine masculine light now through the top of your head, down into the crown chakra, into your body. And this light is now coming in to provide you with those beautiful divine masculine qualities of helping you to take right action, to get super clear about what actions to take and to bring forth into the world, because that's the masculine energy. The masculine energy is about action. And so I'm going to ask both of these energies now, the feminine and masculine, to begin to balance the left and right globes of your brain, interfacing those, re-emerging them back into unity consciousness, as well as the left and right sides of your body, integrating your dark and your light, breathing in into your next level of wholeness that you can hold. For each of us can hold different levels of vibration. We're all on our each unique journey, and that's okay. The point is that we keep choosing to move forward. We keep choosing to move forward into more light, more love, our own authentic vibration. And that's the best we can do. We keep doing our best. We keep doing our best. We're not here to be perfect. That's an illusion. You're just called to do your best, the best that you can in this moment, and to love yourself through it, to be kind and gentle with yourself, to bring grace to your life. And let's breathe in and out, everyone. Beautiful. And bring that energy all the way down through the heart, down into your feet, just filling you up now from head to toe, wrapping you in sheets of rainbow light, wrapping you in the arms of your own divine light, your own soul light, helping you to awaken in this moment to peace, courage, and love. And just take a moment now to just also bring into the light everyone who is feeling violated, everyone who's feeling oppressed, everyone who's not feeling heard or seen, everyone who's feeling like their rights are being violated, their needs are being taken away. And let's just honor all of that. And let's just hold a beautiful space now. Hold a beautiful space along with our divine teams of light, and Master Yeshua is here with us in the center of our circle. And just imagine holding hands now with all the other beautiful lights across the globe and the planet. as we come together in this moment of silence and just pausing here to set your beautiful, prayerful intention for how you would like to be a vehicle for peace in the world right now. And also, we're going to recognize in this moment of silence these three beautiful souls who are part of the bigger plan and picture. And through the giving of their life, they have brought us to this point, have helped to bring us to this point of recognition of where positive change is needed. Beautiful, everyone. So just coming back when you're ready. And just take a moment to really recognize the peace that lives within you. And I invite you to take time every day to connect with that peace inside of you. I invite you to do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself today, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. We're all very sensitive souls. And to be kind to yourself, to be kind to each other. And let's all begin to find ways, new, better ways to create positive change, to actually expand this beautiful wave of peace that is there. It's building on the planet, coming in from the new fifth dimensional Earth that's rising here. And let's begin to hold each other, hold our hearts in the heart of humanity at this time, in grace and love and peace, the best that we can today. And as we come together, that change that we're looking for, that positive change in the golden age of peace, will arise amongst us. I truly believe that. So thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I know we went much longer than half an hour, and I appreciate you being with me today to co-create this beautiful space, all of your love, all of your support. Fortunately, on this new way of connecting in with Facebook, I cannot see your comments. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But I welcome all your comments, your questions, your suggestions, your love, your support. Thank you so much for joining me. And whether it's here live or on the replay, and would love for you to like and share this video. I will be uploading it to my YouTube channel, and invite others to join us to come together. And as more of us come together in this beautiful wave of holding a space for peace and love to come in through the cracks of all of this, amidst all of this, this chaos and conflict, we can be the ones that can begin to hold the space for that and visualize it and hold it in our hearts. And so it is. So thank you all so much for joining me. I love you all. And ooh, a gnat got me. I love you all so much, and have a beautiful week. Stay safe, be well, and I will see you again next Wednesday. All right. Bye-bye for now.